What's going on, grind schoolers? It's your boy Rob back again. We in the garage, you know what I mean? Today I'm just gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying, my Camaro. We're not gonna do too much. I just wanted to show a little bit about what I've done to it, you know what I'm saying, talk about it a little bit. And then for later videos, we'll talk about the exhaust, you know what I'm saying, the supercharged, all that kind of stuff. And maybe in this video, I'll talk about the plans I got with it, stuff like that. But without further ado, this is my 2013 Chevy Camaro SS. Yes, I've talked about this video before, but when I first talked about this, or talked about this car before, when I first talked about the car, it didn't have the wheels on it, didn't have the brakes on it, didn't have anything on it other than the supercharger. And the supercharger was, the supercharger came with the car. So I'm trying to make add my little touches to it or whatever. But like I said, you know, without further ado, let's just get to it. So right here we have the 22-inch Gianelle Monte Carlo Wheels. I picked these up for about a little bit more than $2 grand for those wheels or whatever. The 22 sit on here really nice, and as you can see, there's pretty much no wheel gap, and I love that. Like, I can't stick my fingers straight through without touching the tire, and I love that. The wheels don't touch, they don't rub. You can turn, hit bumps, everything. It doesn't hit any of the fender at all, not on the inside, not on the top, anything. I love it. They're beautiful. I think the front is dropped probably about 2 inches and maybe an inch and a half in the back. Also, I put on these drilled and slotted rotors, as you can see there. And then also on the wheels too, what I like about the wheels is I got the floating center cap. So when I'm rolling down the road, you know, it stays still, kind of like a Rolls Royce or Forgiatos or whatever center caps just float, you know what I'm saying? Same concept. Got the Brembo brakes on there, so it's safe to say that this thing stops real hard, you know what I'm saying? Got that real good bite on it. So what else I've done, and I did this about a week ago, I put on these blue tips, the blue exhaust tips, and in the video that I showed you guys with me changing the rear diffuser, I put on the 1LE diffuser, and then I put on these blue exhaust tips. It's quad exhaust all the way in the back or whatever. I had to go with some different mufflers, which the car is kind of a little bit more quiet. Since I put on the mufflers, I had to put on some Flowmaster Super 10s on there because those are the only mufflers that would fit with that combination. I had some Corsas on there before. They sounded a lot more mean, a lot more aggressive, and they popped a lot more. Unfortunately, I had to go with the Super 10s. It still sounds great. Sounds more throaty. It's just not as loud. I still love the sound of the car, you know what I mean? But like I said, it's just not as loud. I'll probably cam it, do some other things to the exhaust to make it a little bit louder, and things will be great. Now here's the interior of the car, you know, stock Camaro type stuff. Got the screen instead of just the little radio piece or whatever they come with. Leather interior, SS headrest, heated seats. This thing has everything. Has a display. Unfortunately, my windshield got cracked. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a crack all the way across the windshield because got behind the truck and he cracked my windshield. Boost gauge, I'll probably change this one out because this looks like a little cheap one that came from like O'Reilly's or something like that. Gotta have your leather tree air freshener. Car smells amazing. I love the leather one. So let's go ahead and open up the hood. That's the meat and potatoes of this thing, that Edelbrock supercharger. So I love it. I love it. I love the Edelbrock supercharger. It gives us so much more power. It's not as fast as I would like, but we're gonna get there. Now, some things that I want to do to the car up under the hood. For one, I gotta change this this cold air intake. I'm gonna go with a Rotofab supercharger intake. Obviously, we're going to go with a smaller pulley. The smaller pulley will increase the boost and allow me to get more air into the engine. I'm not going to take these off, but what's up under here is I want to change the fuel injectors the coil packs on there so that I get more fuel into the engine. We're gonna go with a Z01 fuel pump, and we're going to go with probably a Brian Tooley stage 2 or 3 supercharger cam in there. It's gonna have a nice deep throaty sound. You'll see when that happens. I don't know when it's gonna happen exactly, but it's gonna happen because I want this car to be a beast. I want it to be a beast on the road, you know what I mean? Not so that I can go out and street race or nothing like that, but just so that, you know what I'm saying, everybody knows this ain't the car to play with. So I was gonna go back here and do the afterburner tail lights, but I think what I'm gonna do is go more with a sequential tail light type thing. And the only reason why, you know what I'm saying, like I don't have it out and stuff like that is because I just wanted to make a video up under the lights in my garage, because I thought that, you know, it would give me the best lighting and you could see the car the best in the garage, you know what I mean? Also, what I want to do is I want to get the halo lights down here. Right now they're just the regular halogen fog lights or whatever. I want to get the halo lights with the blue ring to match the headlights. So that's pretty much all we're gonna do to this car. The car is amazing. I love this car, you know what I'm saying? I'll make a video, an exhaust video, so you guys can hear the exhaust at a later date. But right now, I just wanted to show it up under the lights so that I can get that nice lighting inside the garage or whatever. It's, you know, nothing really too special. It's not a supercar or nothing like that, but pff, I love this car, man. I couldn't be more happier with this car. I've had this car for about a year and a half now, I think. So I've had this car for about a year and a half, and I've had no complaints with it, man. You know, as you guys can see, or you will see on my channel, man, I'm a Chevy dude. I love Chevys, man, from old school to new school, Corvettes, Camaros, you know, older Chevelles, anything, Monte Carlo, whatever, G-bodies, you know, my El Camino, everything, man. I love Chevys, man. But anyways, I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just keep it moving or whatever. But like I said, I just wanted to make a video under the lights in my garage, and it's getting hot out here. You know, you can see me sweating or whatever. But like I said, man, I love it. I love this car, and I'm gonna continue to keep doing work on it or whatever. But anyways, like I said, I'm not gonna hold y'all too long, but always remember, work hard, stay free.